and the dog just there by itself or calling out for its mates to play, come and play. Morning. Directly ahead of me on the right hand side there is a very elaborate and large car park. This used to be an area for markets, and because the University of Tasmania is moving all of its operations down here to the city from Newton, which I said to about 3 kilometres up the road on my right, the council, I think, gave them this land on a 99-year lease or something like that, and so all the buildings that were for the markets were demolished and it's turned into a car park. In the middle of that car park, fenced off, you probably can't see it terribly well in this footage, is a turntable. This silver building on my right, Launceston used to have trams. I think they were done away with in the 50s or 60s, I'm not sure about that. But they used to have a pretty extensive network of trams, and this area here used to be where the trams were kept when they weren't running, and the roundabout turntable in the middle was to put the trams on to put them on their tracks. There is a one tram that still runs as a tourist attraction, very noisy thing, not a novelty thing to go on. I made the video, I have it on my YouTube channel. Because of all the building work going on here, so the university tram doesn't appear to be running at the moment. Okay, so you finish your park run here, to be giving you a token, and the one time I ran it, somebody here was handing out snakes, lolly snakes, so you give them a sugar hit at the end of your run. And you got your token, and then you made your way. Morning. At a much gentler pace perhaps than the running pace. Down the rest of the track here. The big building you can see ahead of me with the cranes and the blue stuffed mesh around it. It'll be another one of the university buildings. Hey, take the slip rope when you finish your park run. And there's a little kiosk just in here somewhere. As soon as I say I can't find it, back there it says gate 10. And you hand your token in there. I assume that's what they still do. Going through the back of the university, or the side of the university at the moment, this is the School of Architecture, which appears to be empty now. And the right hand side here is the UTAS Stadium, as I mentioned before. the tram tracks. The tram used to come up here, the tourist tram. This orange building in front of me here is the Big Picture School, it's called, and I think it is an alternate school. I think it's run by Tasmanian government, so it's a state-run organisation. I think it's an alternate school for high school kids who don't seem to be fitting the mould of traditional high schools. The building works going on here. Some of it's going to be public space and some of it's going to be university buildings. This building here, directly in front of you, is a mock-up of the original tram station that was here. It's called Invermay, this area. And there's a mock-up or a rebuild of the original tram station. It was office space at one stage. I don't know what it is now. I think it might even be empty. You'll recall me crossing the Victoria Bridge earlier, and I've gone this way on the way home, the way back to where I parked my bike for a particular reason. But out walking along here yesterday, and we've done this walk regularly with Butch, our dog, when we've been here in 2020. We got to this point yesterday. Very busy area of people coming into town for work now. It's I can't tell you what the time is. Anyway, we got to this point yesterday. We were going to continue along the other side of the river there, on the levee that's on that side that we'd gone on the outward trip to, and he remembered that we always go along the esplanade, which is this bit here, on the way back on the walk, so we had to go this way. Maybe on the right hand side there, that's the North Esk River, and as I mentioned earlier, this running track from top of the levee, that's part of the flood mitigation area or scheme. I'll just be able to see some black swans on the water out there. 3 of them. They're usually an adult baiting pair. And black swans are mate for life. this posterior piece of artwork symbolising the days of the sailing ships and even the early powered ships. They used to come up the Tamar from Low Head to where it empties into the sea. I mean, Launceston was a trading port. Part of the reason that we had to come down the esplanade and down this way is because across the road here is the seaport where those trading ships used to come and dock. More traffic. Nothing to be done about that. Anyhow, the seaport here, where the boats used to dock and unload, now it's hotels, apartments, restaurants and cafes. And at the end of our walk here, we used to come to the cafe just round the bend here. And Butch would get a little treat for his run, or his walk. And somehow he must have remembered that, as he went straight to the cafe, which is this one here just on the left, sat down and waited for my wife to go and get him his treat. There's the pedestrian bridge, takes you over North Esk River, North Esk, going back the way we've come on the right hand side, and then tails around. You can see the bend in the park. It gives rise to the name Riverbend Park, and then beyond that it becomes the Tamar River at the confluence of it. If you were to take a left-hand turn, you'd go up the South Esk towards Cataract Gorge. Riverbend Park here used to be a Boral, B-O-R-A-L, of the building products people. It used to be their depot, and they moved elsewhere. And the council developed it into this wonderful play space that it is. Basketball courts, all sorts of play equipment. A beautiful place. Well, almost to the end of my run. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Morning. Hope you've learned something about Launceston. Talk to you again next run. A distance 16.57 in 1 hour 42. And I aim for traffic stops and all that stuff. Time in the zone. Oh, not very good as far as heart rate goes. Show you all the stats and stuff when I upload it.